play we have been reading is Macbeth by Shakespeare. Macbeth is the main character in the Thane of Glamis and the new Thane of Cawdor because the king killed the first one. There are three witches who predict Banquo and Malcolm Macbeth's future. King Duncan is the king of Scotland, and Malcolm and Donalbain are his sons, whilst Macbeth and Banquo are his soldiers, two of his soldiers. Banquo is a friend of Macbeth and supports him throughout his battles. Lady Macbeth is his wife, who forces him to and pushes him to take the king's place after he learns the witch's prophecy. Angus and Ross are Duncan's soldiers in the war and fellow soldiers to Macbeth and Banquo. And Lennox is one of the king's servants to his life.
When shall we freedom meet again, and thunder, lightning, or in rain?
When the hurly-burly's done, when the battle's lost and won.
That will be ere the set of sun.
Where the place
Upon
There to meet with Macbeth.
I come, green Milken.
Haddock calls.
Anon.
Fair is foul, and foul is fair. Hover through the fog and fill the air.
What bloody man is that? He can report, and seemeth by his plight of the revolt under his state.
This is the surgeon, who like a good and hardy soldier fought against my captivity. Hail, brave friend, say to the king the knowledge of the broil as thou didst.
Doubtful it stood as two spent swimmers that do cling together and choke their arm. Their Marcellus mock MacDonald, worthy to be a rebel for that.
Act 1, scenes 1 through 7, summary of Macbeth. So basically, we got your main character, Macbeth, and Lady Macbeth, Duncan, Captain, King Duncan, said that right. The play starts off with three witches, which are all sisters, who are set up the theme of the whole entire play. And the key saying that they say is fair is foul and foul is fair, which is ironic because it plays forth in the play. War takes place in Scotland, where Scotland is the setting, and in Norway, which is also is the setting. The war in Scotland won because of Macbeth. The traitor is called Thane of Cawdor, and he is captured and executed. King Duncan rewards Macbeth with a high title in his gratitude. The play shifts off also after that. Macbeth talked to three witches before he won the war, and they told him he will fulfill a prophecy, which will mean that he will become king. So that's made him very excited. Lady Macbeth helps Macbeth plot and kill the king, King Duncan, to become the king to fulfill the prophecy which the three witches said. So that sets up for seeing in the future in Act 2 and 3. How goes the night, boy?
The moon is down. I have not heard the clock.
And she goes down at 12.
I take to 'tis later, sir.
Oh, take my sword. Theirs has been in the heavens. Their candles are all out. Take thee that too. A heavy summons lies like lead upon me, and yet I will not sleep. Merciful powers restraining me that curse thoughts and nature. Give way to response. All is well. I dreamt last night of three weird sisters. To you they have shown some truth.
If you shall cleave to my consent when 'tis, it shall make honor for you. The bell invites me. Hear it not, Duncan, for it is a knell that summons thee to heaven or to hell.
The doors are open and the surfeited grooms do mock their charge with snores.
I have done the deed. Did thou hear a noise?
I hear the owl scream and the crickets cry. Did you not speak? These deeds must not be thought after these ways, so it will make us mad.
Still it cried, sleep no more, to all the house. Glamis hath murdered sleep, and therefore Cawdor shall sleep no more, Macbeth shall sleep no more.
I know this is a dreadful trouble to you, but yet 'tis one. will you do? Let's not consort with them to show an unfelt sorrow in an office which the false man does say, or does easy. I'll go to
To Ireland, I, our suffering the fortune shot to us both is safer. Where we are, there's daggers against smiles, and terror and blood in the earth.
Act 2 summary and analysis. After Lady Macbeth continues to manipulate Macbeth into following her plans, she finally makes him determined to murder King Duncan so that he can take his place. And Lady Macbeth wants him to do this so that they can be like the kingship over their land. And throughout this, Macbeth experiences extreme doubts and guilt because he doesn't want to kill King Duncan because King Duncan has always been loyal and kind to him, but he's driven by his passion to be the king and wants to please his wife. So he decides to follow through with killing King Duncan, and later in the act, Macduff and Lennox arrive at Macbeth's, and Banquo is there too, and he kind of picks up on what's going to happen because Macbeth says an important line that is, he says, if you like stick by me, then like it'll pay well for you in the end. So Banquo starts to become suspicious, and during his sleep, Macbeth kills the king, and Lady Macbeth and him blame it on Duncan's servants that they got drunk, and everyone, however, like suspected immediately that Macbeth killed them, but Malcolm and Donalbain, the king's sons, had fled the castle right away because they were scared that they'd also be murdered or that they'd be framed for the murdered. The tone of this scene is very dark and chaotic. One important soliloquy in Act 2 is when Macbeth sees the dagger that's like not there, but he sees it, and it's like his own doubt and guilt and chaos like forms in front of him, and he explains to the audience about like how he sees the dagger but it's not really there, and it's just kind of like him being paranoid. And we learn that Macbeth is kind of a coward, but he will go through drastic measures to get what he wants and to please his wife, and he feels overwhelmingly guilty, and we learn what he's capable of, and that's it.
Thou hast it now, King Cawdor claims all, as a weird woman promised, and I fear thou played most folly for it, yet it was said it should not stand that postury.
Here's our chief guest.
If he had been forgotten, it had been as a gap in our great feast, and all thing unbecoming.
Tonight we hold a solemn supper, sir, and I'll request your presence.
Let your highness command upon me, to which my duties are with most insuperable tie forever knit.